Hello plant community, thanks for tuning into this channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Pam, and for all of you that keep coming back and checking me out on a weekly basis to follow me along my planting journey, thank you so much for coming back. So I have a fun quick video for you guys, or at least it's fun to me. It's 5 top favorites of my collection that I'm feeling for the month of March. So let's jump right into it, you guys. I'm super excited because these plants all represent 3 things for me. Enjoyment, hope, as well as growth. And that pretty much sums it up for why I really picked these plants. So let's just jump right into it with plant number 1. It's actually my Calathea, a Calathea of mine, and it's my rattlesnake one. And you guys, I am so joyful to actually have this as part of my collection because it really does bring me joy. And believe it or not, it does not provide me with that traditional stress that we would experience with Calatheas. I gotta say, the rattlesnake one is a little bit more easier to grow, in my personal opinion, at least under my care. I just started getting a little bit of crispiness of the leaves, and that's because I think it's getting a little bit too much intense light. But I have it in my little makeshift plant stand that I showed you guys back a while back, and I mean, it's very forgiving on a missed watering. Although, and it has been doing a lot of growth as well, but I mean, I'm just loving the foliage. The foliage is just like the cherry on the top in regards to just the easy careness that this plant has been giving me really since I've had it. I've had this plant for about a year now, and I really haven't had any issues with this plant, you guys. It's just provided me with so much joy. And you know, once again, I love those dark backs. I don't know what it is. I love dark colors in the leaves, and I mean, I love the texture of the leaf because it does have the rippling edges, and it also has that pattern of like a rattlesnake pattern, hence the name. But it's just a beautiful plant, and like I said, I couldn't be more grateful to have it as part of my collection. Haven't had any issues with it at all. For Calathea, this is like top notch, really. So let me go into the next one, which is also from a prayer plant family, but this plant is really just providing me with hope. And this is also my Maranta. And you guys, I had to show it, and I had to show it again because it is just mind-blowing as far as how resilient plants are. And it gives me hope that even when a plant is at its last leg, that a little bit of effort, a little bit of care, as well as patience can bring about a beautiful change. And so this is my Maranta Lucanora, the regular version, you guys. And if y'all been following me and watching this channel, you saw how I've had the pitfalls with this plant, and I cut it all the way back, literally down to a leaf, I think, and then it was one new growth. And this happened within the winter time, and all of these leaves has grown, which is very hopeful for me. And I also have like a new growth right here as well as right here, and it's another new growth coming out that's deeper in the center that I won't be able to show you guys. But I had chopped it back. If y'all saw that, I chopped the plant back and I rooted the top. And I actually put it back in this planter, but for some reason those pieces actually died off. So all of this that you're seeing is literally from just that one leaf and the one new growth. And I just could not be any more prouder of this plant. I'm glad it made a tremendous comeback. So sometimes, you guys, when you have a plant that's down, you know, the best thing sometimes we can do for it is cut it back, and they will let us know whether or not if they want to fight for survival. And you know, living things are beautiful in all shapes and forms, and you gotta appreciate it. But I just love the pattern, and it's just so weird because I think since it's grown back out, the paw rabbit foot pattern or paw prints, whatever we want to call them, is a little bit more pronounced on the new growth. My older plant, or the original, it was a little faded in color. So you know, I don't know. I have it. I don't know. I don't know what to chalk it up to, because literally I'm doing the same thing that I was doing before. But you know, hey, maybe she realized, you know, mommy mean business, so I better start giving her something. I don't, who the heck knows? I don't know. But I love this plant nonetheless. Plant number 3. This one I have to bring to the forefront because this is another plant that's giving me hope, but also joy in watching it grow, and it's really taking off, you guys. And this is one of my ecuagenera plants that I thought was going to fail on me. Plants where I didn't have no leaves. I just had nothing but a stump, but it just came back, and I'm so glad it did. And this is, wait a minute, my Philodendron. Make sure, Plowmanii citrus, I believe, if that's what they want to call it. You guys, this plant is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I cannot believe all these leaves came out of nowhere when literally I had nothing but the stump, you guys. If you saw that and you watched me, you already know. So I'm hoping those of you that have watched that is feeling the joy and the pitter-patter in my heart that this plant is making a comeback. And this is actually, it hasn't even hardened off yet. It's still soft. This is the newest leaf, you guys, which has got, this leaf just grew in as well. This was the leaf that grew in first, and then this one, as you can see, look at the leaf size. And I still have a new growth point coming out right here. Right here, you guys, I just decided it's time. So I'm trying to do air layering to promote some root growth down here. Once it does, I think either, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I don't know if I'm going to cut it off and put it in one of those long trellis, the what's that, rectangular shape growth, or if I'm just going to try my hand and take it out of the leca, put it in soil, and just put this up on a moss, you guys, because since they do crawl across, it would take equally off on a moss pole going up because we're still mimicking that growing straight across. But you guys, look at that. If I was to put it up on a moss pole, wouldn't that be absolutely beautiful? And then I really love the back, that beautiful red veining of the back. And I'm not sure if the camera is picking it up, but you can see the subtleness of the silverness in the leaves. Absolutely beautiful. I had a Philodendron mame that that died on me, and I had got that plant mainly for that silver hue. But you know, this kind of checks off that box, so you know, I might not even need to get a mame again. This will just be that plant. But you guys, oh man, I'm so glad this plant made a comeback. I'm super excited, and it gives me hope that, you know, hey, when the chips are down, Pam, hang in there. Something is going to come out of it. So I try to be positive, don't you? As a side note, really, we should just be positive. In today's society, you know, positivity gets us through a lot of things. So it's a mindset, you know, and it took me a long time to get to this point, and I'm so glad that I did, because I used to be a little glass half empty type of person. I'm quite sure there's some of you out there that can relate, and it just wasn't making me feel good inside. So I had to flip it. So now I'm looking at it, you know, glass is half full, and you know, you're thirsty, you need a drink, there it is, right? So anyway, that's enough of that. That's enough of life lessons. Let's go back to the plants. So my plant number 4, you guys, I am just so excited about this plant. I'm just gonna oh my gosh, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. Am I a nerd for plants, you guys, or just weird? I don't know. Or maybe I'm not weird, I don't know. But I'm rambling. Let me just show you the plant. So it's my Philodendron Pink Princess. You guys, I am loving this plant. Now granted, some of y'all out there may say, oh, I don't see the pink. Well, that's the glass half empty. But I'm looking at the glass half full with this plant because I just love the leaves. The color of the leaves, the dark color of the leaves is absolutely amazing. And it is starting to give me some pink. But even if it does not, you guys, I am not mad. And I've noticed I have it on this moss pole, which is the clear one. It's like a, I don't know which brand it is. I think I did recently try to order some because I have two different kinds. I have the ones that's like a clear one, and then I have this one. And I don't know. I'm liking this one a little bit better because it's a little bit more compact, and I don't have to use as much sphagnum moss as I do with my clear ones. So I don't know. But anyway, it is starting to, I noticed that the root is starting to actually grow into, you won't be able to see it in the back because it's just starting to do it. So it's not like really robust in the roots, but I've definitely noticed that it is hooking itself into it, at least at the top, because you guys look, the leaves are just look at that massive leaf. Guys, look at that. This was the latest leaf. It's not hardened off yet. It's almost there, but not quite. But look at the size. And it already has, you see the little bump right here? Where is it? The little lump right there? There's already another one coming out. So I'm going to have to get an extension because this thing is taking off. And when I got it, it was not tall, you guys, when I got this plant. It had to be, let me look at it so I could actually... When I got it, it had to be literally like right here. And it's grown for me all this time. Through winter, you guys, through winter. And I mean, even though, you know, I can say I'm really blessed to have this sunroom. But it is a lot of work, especially in the winter time, because I do try my best to maintain the temperature in here a little bit more in the winter time because there's a kind of like of a draft, and I've done some things to eliminate the majority of the draft, but where I live at, it's almost like its own ecosystem. When it's windy, it's windy. When it's wet, and so I do battle and struggle a lot with that. So I am grateful for this room, and it is a blessing to me because it's really like my safe space, a haven away, a place for me to think and like regroup myself, and I mean, and be surrounded by something that I love so much, which is these plant babies right here. But you guys, look at that. Even the subtleness of that pink leaf is just stunning to me. But I really love dark leaves. Y'all know that I'm a sucker for those red backs, but I love dark leaves. And I mean, it's, even if it doesn't give me all the pink, it is really providing me with a lot of joy because I'm really appreciating how well it's growing. And it got like a light pink on the back, but it didn't come through on the front. And I don't really care about that. I mean, I do have a pink leaf right here. It's very subtle. They say, you know, give more light, but I think it's a combination of both, really. I think yes, we can give it a little bit more light to help promote or bring out the pink, but the plant has to already instill or have that pink for it to even be brought out. So I think it's a cross between the genetics of the plant as well as the environment that we're providing it. So, you know, I got a pink princess. I'm just grateful that I have one. I was able to find one at an affordable price, and it's healthy enough, it's growing, and you know, I couldn't be more appreciative. I'm so glad I have it as part of my collection and that it is thriving and taking off. I just love this plant so much. So my last and final plant is bringing me, it was a combination of everything, the joy, the health, the hope, the actual pride of feeling very prideful, or very like a proud plant parent, because I made a change for this plant, and because I did so, it just took off. Or I don't know if it's something I did, or I just happened to do it and it was the right time. I don't know, but let me just show you guys. It's my epiprimnum. Let me pick it up, kind of heavy at the bottom. Epiprimnum Vergara Canada. Sorry, the bottom of this my plant pot do have some weight to it. Let me see if I can show y'all this. You guys, take a look at this. I just want to try to show you. This plant is, guys, it is absolutely gorgeous. Now, one of the things I'm proud of as a plant parent, I had this plant for almost, has been a year. And you guys, I had it just on a little bamboo stick, and it only had 4 leaves where the oldest one died off, so I was left with just 1, 2, and then this 3rd leaf. Forever. And I mean for months and months and months. And it wasn't growing, it wasn't providing me with anything. I was able to keep it alive, but it was not giving me any signs of anything. And so I actually had decided, you know what? Well, it's still in the beginning stages, you know, it's not in its mature form. Let's just try our hand. Let's put it on this moss pole. And I tell you guys, I put it on this moss pole, straight game changer. Or, I don't know if it was the time, but I don't have no choice but to credit it to the moss pole, because that's when I started seeing significant change. As soon, I mean literally like within a week, 2 weeks, I started seeing new growth. I was like, get out of here. I couldn't believe it, right? And let's see, 1, 2, 3. It started giving me this leaf right here. And then, I mean, it's just been taking off one after another right here. And it's given, I notice, is each one is have very, you can't see it on camera, but it's very small holes right here. Little small holes. And this one as well. And now I have a new growth point. And if you look at the stem, you can see that the variegation is really being pronounced on here. Look at that, you guys. Oh my gosh, isn't that a beautiful plant? And I noticed that the roots are trying to grow into the moss pole. I don't even know if you'll be able to see it. Right. Is it here? Yeah, it's actually something, and it's sticking, starting to stick. So if I could get this thing to actually grow, I'm thinking about what my hopes for this plant would be. I don't know yet. I think I would actually try to chop it and put another stem down here at the bottom and start it over to see if it'll get, you know, larger leaves, or, you know, just experiment with the plant. It's in my dining room getting that Sancy light, and it's loving it, you guys. Look at the variegation on that plant. Look at it on the leaf. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I couldn't be any happier. I'm so glad it finally took off. And the fact that it started growing for me, you guys, in the middle of winter, and this one is not even in the sunroom. I have it actually in my dining room, and it was taking off. I just couldn't be any more prouder. It's very beautiful. It has this beautiful marble, like camouflage type of pattern on the leaves. Very beautiful and stunning. And I'm so excited to actually, for all these plants that I just showed you guys, because we're in springtime now, you guys. So now these plant babies is waking up out of their rest. They're full, they're ready to go, they're energized, and you know, I get so excited to see what kind of growth I'll be able to help them promote throughout this growing season. So yeah, thank you so much for coming along with me and sharing in the joy that I have for my plants. I appreciate it. And this pretty much wraps up this video. You want to keep in mind, you guys, if you love foliage as much as I do, and you love listening to planting things, please subscribe to this channel. Come check in on me every once in a while. Continue to put up those big thumbs up. Comment below, you guys. Let me know if you have any of these plants in your collection, and if they've been doing well, if they haven't, what changes you may have made, if you've seen any improvements. I would love to hear from you. As always, you guys, enjoy your day wherever you are in the world, and until next time, guys, much love. Bye.